Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya. Awesome, Naya. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. Now, it looks like white farmers are crashing out because you all know that the people that usually work in the farm are no longer working. Why? Because they voted against their interest, thinking that it was never ever going to affect them. You all know that everything that affects everybody in the United States only start with Black people. So they didn't know it was going to actually start with them. So now they are saying that they thought that Black people, now that they do not have people to work in their farms, they are expecting Black people to work for them in their farms. Some people really have audacity, which I don't know where they bought from. Audacity from Timo and Shane. All mixed together, you know. They are not seeing the fact that they would just denigrate you to that. They'll always look for a way to denigrate you. Black people are farm owners, right? And you all can hire them to come and work for you. I know they are scared of the sun because I saw some people, someone with some poisoning, you know, he went under the sun and he got a sun poisoning and you could see the face, how it looks. So now they thought Black people are going to come and work for them in their farm to make life easier for them. I don't have anything to say. You know what? Let's get into this video.
So now that I have fallen down this rabbit hole, I just jumped onto Twitters. And I got an alt Twitter where I pretend to be a MAGA guy. And I saw a live. And I am not kidding you. This dude, all these dudes in these farmer dudes in there, these farm owner dudes, they're saying, well, we thought the blacks would come back and do the jobs because they don't have jobs. Well, I'm sorry to break it to you, but black people have jobs, and you thought you were getting your slaves back is basically what you were saying. Like, that's what you thought. It's still going right now, and I'm not going to post a link to it because I don't want to give these people a voice. But they think they're in a safe space on Twitter. They're not.
Didn't I tell y'all that's what they thought? They thought black people were going to go get them jobs in the field. Since the migrants are gone, we ain't got no jobs, so we gonna go back in the field and pick. That's what they thought. Oops. We worked for free in this country for 290 years. We ain't picking nothing for y'all. Y'all better get y'all white folks out there and go pick them fruits and them vegetables and take care of them cattle and the chickens. We not going out there. But I made a video. I can't find the shit, damn it. But I made a video when this all started, and I said they think black people are going to go back and work in the fields. That's why Donald Trump said they are taking black jobs. They think that's what we're supposed to go do. And they're finding out real quick, black people ain't coming. Y'all can hold your breath on that one. We ain't picking shit for y'all. We will grow our own vegetables and take care of our own selves. We not going to them fields. Y'all better figure out what y'all want to do about this immigration policy and these mass deportations, or white folks, get your ass out there and go pick your own goddamn food. But we ain't coming.
So y'all remember when it was said that we taking all the black jobs? They really thought that we was going to be looking for black jobs, y'all. And I woke up this morning, I was scrolling through TikTok, and I saw this guy made a video, and I saved it to my favorite, so you can go look for it. And he said he was pretending to be MAGA on one of those other apps. He said they were doing a live, and the farmers were saying that they thought that the black people would be looking for jobs to work on their farms. Now, you got to be kidding me. Do they think we really looking for farm work? Do they not know that we are educated and we got degrees? And being a farm worker ain't even in the jobs categories that we be looking for. They really don't know how educated some of us are. They don't know how many degrees a lot of us have. They got to be really lost if they think that we want to come and work on their farms. They don't know that our parents and our grandparents growing up wouldn't even let us be outside if it wasn't no shade outside. Do they really think that we gonna work on a farm where ain't no shade trees at? I hate to disappoint y'all, baby, but you gonna have to get somebody else to do it, because we ain't working on nobody's farm. Never. The only way you gonna see black people working on a farm is if they own the farm. because we not working on nobody's farm as no workers. So I hate to disappoint y'all. If y'all thought those was black jobs that black people looking for, honey, you better think again. Because black folks that I know got good jobs. We've had a black president. We had a black vice president. We got black senators. We got black congressmen. We got black CEOs. We got black doctors. We got black nurses. We got black psychiatrists. We got a lot of good black jobs. Now, I don't know what y'all thought we was going to be farm workers for. We don't even want to work in the fast food industry. Those jobs, we don't want those kind of jobs. So, I hate to disappoint you MAGA people, but we don't do farm work. So get somebody else to do it. I'll like, share, comment, and repost. Drop in the comments y'all education and y'all good black jobs, because they don't think we got good black jobs out here. So we need to let them see it. So y'all remember.
So I know I was talking about, the Latino vote before. The Viva vote for Donald Trump. Okay, well, let's get on to the white folks. The white farmers. So, word is out now that the white farmers voted for Donald Trump because they thought they were going to get black Americans in the fields. Because they also thought black folks did not have jobs. So when we put this all together, somehow the white farmers were convinced that black folks don't have jobs. We don't work. we don't work. And so they voted for Donald Trump because they thought, okay, he gonna send them in the fields. So Donald Trump and them, with their whole Project 2025, said, okay, so we got to make this happen. So we got to cut these DEI stuff, all this DEI stuff, to put black Americans out of work. When in reality, they put a bunch of white folk out of work just to get black folks out of work. And so all these cuts that are happening are to try and harm black Americans so much till they think that we're going to go into the fields. Now, when you think about that, that makes you double back and see why they want the Latinos out. Because the Latinos, right, to them, they are reproducing entirely too fast, okay? And so they're like, we got to get them out of here because black Americans don't reproduce as fast as the Latinos. And so if we could get them out, then the black Americans can take their place in the field. This is for real. And so now you double back to the black jobs. They're taking your job. Yes, you got to double back to what he said. They're taking black jobs, y'all. Like, they have all this down. Like, they have all this whole circle. So now let's go back to the farmers, if you're still with me, okay? Because the white farmers, that's what they believed was going to happen. So if y'all got all that straight, this is the message to the white farmers. The last thing you want is for black Americans to be in your fields. Don't let the devil fool you. As a matter of fact, you might want to let the devil fool you to see what's going to happen. Well, I'm trying to tell you, the last thing you ever going to want is black Americans in your fields. Now, I'm going to let you fill in the blank on that one. And this goes to show that they will go to any lengths. Remember I said that, first of all, we had the Latinos, some Latinos, not all of them, just them Cuban ones, talk about you're next, right? To black Americans. So they thought we was immigrants, okay? And so now we have the white farmers who are still living in the 1700s, thinking back to glory days, quote unquote. They thought with their vote, we were going to the fields. So you got one group thinking they gonna kick us out of here, and you got another group of people thinking that we going to the fields. Now this right here is a real mental problem, because people are literally stuck. I'm telling y'all, people are stuck in the 1700s when they think about Black Americans, okay? I'm telling you, their thought process, they sit around probably campgrounds and picnics and stuff and talk about how can we make this happen? That was their heyday. I'm telling you, when that freaking plantation house burned down in Louisiana, I think, right? That was their heyday. Now, I'm trying to tell you, that was their heyday. When that plantation house down in Louisiana got torched, okay? I'm telling you, that broke them. But I just want to, I want to teach them a little bit more history if I have your attention, right? If I have your attention, right? This is some history that a lot of people don't know, okay? But y'all didn't know Black Americans had white servants? Y'all ain't know that? I mean, it wasn't widespread or anything like that, but we had white servants. Yeah, and they wanted to be our servants because they needed work. They were coming over from Europe. Yeah, and they were docile too. Yeah, they were docile. And Black Americans, the aristocrats, the wealthy ones, because they were wealthy ones, okay? They had white servants. So I don't know if y'all ever see them pictures. Let me find a picture. I couldn't find a picture. I wasn't gonna go back and try to find a picture, but if you can watch videos, you'll be able to find a picture of possibly some Black people in the horse-drawn carriages, and there may be someone white as the horseman or the I'm not sure what you call them, coachman or whatever. Yeah, he worked for them. Yes, indeed. It was a big thing. It was a big thing, when everybody began to see in the early 1900s, what? Black Americans, they use the other word. Black Americans have white servants. Yeah, that's a bit of history they don't like to put on TV. And the reason for it is because they were like, okay, they had, white people here that they could hire. And they also had Black people here that they could hire. But they felt that the white people from Europe were so docile. And they were less expensive. Now, they weren't the only ones who thought that. The wealthy white people thought that too. The wealthy white people were like, yeah, we like the docile immigrant white people. They're a lot cheaper. They take less money. Yeah, so there's a bit of history for you. Oh, yeah. It was like that. Oh, yeah, because they knew they would have to pay Black Americans a lot more. Lot more. So they always went for the immigrant. And see, when the Black Americans hired the white immigrants, they were like really like, yes, we will do it. Yes, we will do it. Because they want to stay in America. Here's the difference though. Black Americans didn't mistreat them. They didn't mistreat them at all. But anyway, that's just a little side note. But yeah, to the white farmers again, this is the last thing you want. The last thing you want is for Black Americans to be out in your fields. The last thing you want. Trust and believe. And next time, you know what? Stop basing your vote on how to harm Black Americans, because you're going to end up running into that wall that's going to tumble. Okay? That's what's going to end up happening. Stop doing that. All of you do it. Like all of you. You had the conservative Asian Americans coming through with the whole Ivy League school. We don't want Black Americans there. Then you had the I will vote for Donald Trump Cubans, okay, who were thinking, okay, you're next, okay? Okay, we're not immigrants, so we're not next. And now we have the white farmer who thought that they were going to get the Black Americans in the fields. And then this is all off of Project 2025. So now look where you got America. Look where you got the United States of America. And a lot of people say, why Black Americans think everything revolves around them? No, y'all think everything revolves around us because y'all make everything revolve around us. Y'all stuff coming out. So
That man said he went up on the Twitters and he saw the white farmers, saying that, oh, well, we thought the black folk were going to come back and do the job. He said that they said the blacks. But he said they were convinced that when they started deporting these non-black people of color, right, that we were going to be taking their places back in the fields. Essentially, they thought they were getting their slaves back, right? They thought slavery was going to come back full force. We were going to be like, oh, okay, let's get on back to them fields. Because they don't think black people have jobs. But it makes sense because remember when Trump said they're taking your black jobs? Y'all remember that? Yeah, what do y'all think he meant by that? He meant the people that are in the fields now, right? Which are the Hispanic community, the Latinos. He meant that they were taking our black jobs. See, because he thinks that black people's job is to be up in the field. Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what he thinks. So it all makes sense now. They really thought, these farm owners really thought that black folk, they were going to deport the Hispanics, the Latino community, and that black people were going to go back to the field working for nothing. And they tell us to stop living in the past.
So let me get this straight. You want the descendants of the enslaved peoples of this land to forget about the enslavement period and all the things that occurred after. But you got white farmers in groups complaining that black people aren't returning to farms we never worked on to work for them. The perversion that exists between white folks' delusions of grandeur and thinking that we're gonna go and be forced to work for them, and the antebellum period and all that bullshit is
So I don't use Twitter, but apparently people on TikTok are saying that it was a white man on Twitter talking about how he thought that after the immigrants got out the country, black people were going to go to work on their farms. Bitch, I'm in school for cybersecurity and technology. Bitch, I might pot a plant in the front yard. Bitch. In my own front yard at that. Might go over to my grandma's house and make a motherfucking flower bed for her, but a farm, oh my God. A farm. Clutch my motherfucking pearls, bitch. I don't know nothing about that. Can't relate. I ain't one of them black people that'll just take any motherfucking job. I ain't taking just any fucking job, bitch. I ain't no indentured servant, bitch. I ain't no motherfucking slave, bitch. This ain't motherfucking 1895 and shit, bitch. What the fuck you think this is? You think I'm about to be working on a goddamn farm for some fucking white people? Even if it was a black farm. I ain't a farm type of bitch. I was born and raised in Indiana, and I have never in my life, worked on a motherfucking farm. I don't even know anybody that works on farms, bitch. I done visited a farm to ride a fucking horse before. That's the most I done fucking did. Baby. Whoa. Farms stink. Shit all over the fucking place. Animals. I don't even like this. Why do you think I like cats? I like cats because they can shit in a litter box. I don't even got a dog because I don't want to pick up dog shit. You think I'd be taking care of a motherfucking rooster, a cow, a motherfucking, oh my God, a pig pen? Lord Jesus. Oh. Let me clutch my pearls, bitch. I'm scared. What, a farm? Oh, hell the fuck no, bitch. I am in school for cybersecurity and technology, bitch. Cybersecurity, bitch. I'll work with a computer before I ever work on a farm, bitch. Bitch, I'll work at motherfucking McDonald's, Wendy's before I ever work on a fucking farm, bitch.
Y'all better check on your husbands if they come back from the job site looking like this. There were no more Hispanic workers on his job site, so they called him in, and now he looking like he's allergic to the sun. He is so stunned, both him and his wife are speechless. Y'all, that sun is not playing out there. Look at this guy over here. You think the sun is playing out in Mexico as well? Look at this. He created a whole shade hat with cardboard because his little bucket hat was not doing the job. And that's not all, y'all. The sun has been so bad, this company had to hire extra men to hold up this tarp on this roof so they can nail in the shingles in peace. The sun is out here playing no games. It is putting out God level radiation, man. Look at this. This man got a whole snowsuit on, y'all. Look at this. What? How do you guys feel about snow gear in 100-degree weather? Would you do it? Could you? And just to let you know, people are still seeing the two suns around the planet. Check this out, y'all.
Alright, you guys have to see this. Okay? Watch.
Check this out. Here's one. Here's two. Oh, there's a third one. Look. There's a third one. Look, it's faint. Y'all see that? 3 of them. They told us in the end times, y'all, that there will be signs in the skies. Y'all see it every single day, y'all. Multiple of them. If you ain't feeling this shift, it only means you ain't tuned in. And by the look of these comments, it look like everybody is feeling it, whether it be for the good or for the bad. But let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, follow, and share for more videos like this. The shift is here. Let's continue to get it. No more Hispanic workers on his job site, so they called him in.
Not y'all melting. You all are like disintegrating into the rooftops and cement. Like, you voted for Trump so that he could take immigrants out to get jobs back that you never had. And you're dissolving outside in this heat. Y'all should have went for corporate jobs. Go take them out. Go take them out because you all gonna go extinct at this rate.
Them farmers really thought we was going back to them fields. They really thought we was going back to them fields. You know what? My mother was the first generation on her mother's side not to be brought up on a plantation. Not to be brought up on a plantation. That's what I said. My grandfather had a 3rd grade education, but he left my mama 2 houses, property in the bank, property and money in the bank, with a 3rd grade education. And guess what? He worked in fields. My great grandmother worked in fields and cut that cane just like a man. You hear me? And if you think that Eddie Lewis and Victoria C. Jones and all the rest of my ancestors bust their tail in them fields for us to go back to the fields, absolutely not. That's not progress. We're trying to heal from ancestral trauma. We're trying to heal from that. That ain't happening. That produce could rot in them fields before we go back to them fields. They need to let them know that.
So let me get this straight. The white farmers voted for that man because they thought it would put my people back in the fields?
Come from Twitter and said that the white farmers was upset because they thought that the black people was going to be out there in the fields. You better get your mama, your daddy, your auntie, your brother, your sister, your uncle, whoever the fuck else, because black people are not fucking coming out there. Are y'all fuck? I just seen a guy come from Twitter and said that the white farmers was upset because they thought that the black people was going to be out there in the fields. You better get your mama, your daddy, your auntie, your brother, your sister, your uncle, whoever the fuck else, because black people are not fucking coming out there. Are y'all fuck? I just seen.
This is all I got from this video, and all I can say is that they can crash out for all I care. Why is it that they are not calling themselves to work in the farm? Why must it always be black people? Like, I really don't understand their obsession with black people. Anything they do, black people must get into it. Why are they not calling their family and friends to come and work in the farm? See, I am not going to tell anybody to go and work in the farm, except I am not going to tell anybody to go and work in the farm. Be the farm owner. on the farm. Let them come and work for you. Because it looks like every day they wake up, they want something to say. They are no longer, see, it is just that horrible. This is just how horrible some people think. The people that work in their farm, right? They absolutely let them go. They voted against their own interest. Why? Because they thought it was not going to affect them, but now they all can see the repercussions of their what they did. And now they are asking, will black people come and work for them, or they thought black people were going to come and work for you? Work for you as who? Work for you as who? These people, like, I have never seen people like this. What happened to them calling their people to work in their farm? The other one, did you see how the sun burned the person to ash? They are scared of the sun. They want black people to come and work for them as who? Man, you see everything happening now is just an eye-opener. I love the fact that it is opening everybody's heart, mind, and everything to see how far how they see you. They are not seeing black lawyers, black doctors, all of it, all the beautiful things, all the great things black people do. They wanted to come and work in the farm. Not even like they are. See, working in a farm is hard. I am not saying but I am not going to tell anybody that I am advising anybody to go. Let them crash out for all I care. That is it. Bye for now.